Innovation and entrepreneurship. During this course module, you will be able to understand these topics. Week 1, introduction to the innovation and entrepreneurship, and innovation management tools and techniques. What is innovation? Invention, creativity, ideas and opportunities. Dynamics of ideation and creativity, new product development process, introduction of entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, classification of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship, what is a business plan, business model, and marketing concepts, and how to write an effective marketing plan in your business, and cash management and how to write an effective financial plan, operation plans and future enhancement of the business. Then final 2 weeks will be used for you to evaluate your business plan. So then let's see the learning objective. After completion of this course module, you will be able to understand the concept of innovation, invention management and tools and the techniques. So you have to have an idea of between the opportunities, ideas, invention, creation, and how ideas are converted to the opportunities. Then process of developing a new product or services, and product service development process, and how an entrepreneurs and characteristics of an entrepreneur and risk for the business, and how to mitigate the risk by the entrepreneurs. And also the business plan, as I explained in the syllabus also, how to write an effective business plan, and especially you will be able to understand the business model and its canvases. So then you have to have an idea about how to prepare a financial plan, marketing plan according to your budget. At the beginning, the entrepreneurs may not have enough money to spend, so that with their budget, they have to understand how to prepare the financial and marketing plan. So then I am Rohan Samarasinghe. Here is the information. If you have any thing to clarify or verify, you can send me a mail. Here is my mail address. So let's try to understand first what is an invention and entrepreneurship. So this is the this is how you have to understand this course module. First of all, you have to understand the introductions of this, and introduction of the entrepreneurs and how innovation used by the entrepreneurs, component of the business plan. Then finally, to complete this course module, you have to write an effective business plan and present it to the evaluation panel. The evaluation panel will be will give the marks for your business plan. These are the recommended textbooks, innovation management and new product development. All these I will upload the soft copies of these books, and you can download it and refer it. The innovation and entrepreneurship, theory, policy and the practices, and innovation and entrepreneurship, Peter F. Drucker has written this, and these two, how to write business plan also. These soft copies of these books will be uploaded to the learning management system. The evaluation criteria, as I explained you, the continuous assessment, final exam, and the you will be given the 3-hour paper having 4 questions. 3 hour will decide it. This is the tentative. Sometimes we'll have the 2-hour paper also. The learning outcomes, also objectives. This is a little bit different. The learning objectives actually you can find some similarities also. Explain the concept of the innovation and invention management tool and techniques. Explain difference between idea and opportunity, invention and creation. How innovative ideas convert to the product or service. So you have to especially understand how innovative ideas. There may have some lot of ideas with you, but you have to understand which idea is the commercially viable and the customers will accept. And so they explain the process of developing the new products and understand how an entrepreneur and what is an entrepreneurship and understand the characteristics of the entrepreneur. And uh, this relates to the business plan. So when we see the in great innovation in the world, this innovation actually changed the world. Let's see. From the ancient tools to the latest digital advances, the human invention and technologies have shaped the civilians and transform the life of the earth. So this is actually, when you consider this, when you analyze this innovation, you will be able to understand this idea, how correct this idea. And great innovation that changed the world, the compass of all maps to travel. Actually, this you can understand how important the compass to travel, especially the ships, they find the direction using this one. But nowadays, when you get the mobile phone also is having this feature. So then, how technology developed to address the all concept you can understand. Next one is the wheels. So wheels are very very important. When whatever the vehicle you are going to use, the wheels are very very important. And the automobiles, the foundation automobiles actually, foundation of the modern car was laid in 1886 by German inventor Carl Benz. Cars did not become widely available until 20th century. So the Ford invented the mass production techniques that become the standard with Ford, General Motors and the different car companies. Next one is steam engine. I'm not going to explain all those things. Just I want to show you great innovation changed the world. This steam engine was invented in 1698, and James Watt had the patent of this steam engine. And concrete, when you consider concrete and gasoline also. So you know that without the gasoline we can't run the cars, run the vehicles now. Now it has there are some alternatives, the electric and hybrid cars also there. So as a substitute of this gasoline, the different companies, Toyota and Nissan, is finding some ways to do this one. And airplanes, and also even in the tiny nail also change the world. So you can understand the innovation behind these products. And bulb and the electricity, Thomas Alva Edison invented this bulb and electricity. As well as, what do you think about the product and services introduced the last decades? With those are actually introduced in the last decades. Here in the famous website, business reports, and they have given 30 innovations of the last 30 years you can find here. One is the retroviral treatment for AIDS, the medicine for the AIDS. So flash memory, SRM, and stent. This is used, specially used for the heart surgery, the stents. And ATMs, automatic teller machines, how easy for the customers. So wherever they, whenever they want, they can withdraw the money. And nowadays you can find the CDA also. You can deposit the money Not only the office hours, after the office hours and whenever you want you can do it. Barcode and scanners, the biofuels, genetically modified plants, the RFID applications. RFID is very, very important, and digital photography and videography. Even the then digital photography and videography has been using in the mobile phones also. Now, the mobile phones, when you analyze the latest version of the Apple 13 or something like that, so that mobile phone can use to film, use as a, they had it has a multiple cameras and record a film if you want. And social networking via internet, I think all of you have the Facebook account or Twitter, or you are using all these social networks. And graphical user interfaces, GUIs, when you use the operating system, each and every operating system is having this one. The large scale wind turbines, one of the alternate way to generate the power, electricity power. If you go to the in Sri Lanka also, we can find some wind turbines farms and solar energy. So that is that also the alternate way to generate the electricity. The microfinancing, that is an idea of microfinancing, and media file comparison, and online shopping, e-commerce and auctions. You know that there are several sites there, the Daras, as well as in Sri Lanka we are using, and Alibaba.com we can use to purchase the items. Not only that, the lot of online sites are there for shopping. And GPS, earlier when we were in the university, the GPS was not so famous, and there was a separate company for the GPS called the Senring company. That company only developed the GPS devices as well as the maps, and the cars must install that, the vehicle must install. But nowadays, if using the Google, using your mobile phone, you can easily use this GPS and Google Maps. If you enter the place, the destination that you want to visit, you will be guided with the voice. So how it develops, you will be guided to the exact position with the shortest path. And liquid crystal displays, LCDs. Nowadays LCDs are not so famous, actually LEDs are very, very famous because it consumes less power than the LCD. And office software, you know that Windows, Microsoft Office, and I think all of you are using the Microsoft Office license version, but I encourage you to use the OnlyOffice. OnlyOffice is completely free. You can find more features than the Microsoft Office. You can easily download and use it. Then I advise you to use and see the difference. And it has the project, OnlyOffice project, to plan your projects, and email facility, spreadsheet facility, Word document. If you can create a document as Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint facility. Everything is there. You can find more features than the Microsoft Office in the OnlyOffice. So that is you can use the free edition as well as license edition also there. You can easily download that. Use you will get the good what we call the opportunity to use more with having more facilities, fiber optics, as well as to transmit the data. Nowadays we are using the fiber optics than the cat cables, and microprocessors. When we use the microprocessor is a single integrated circuit that holds a central processing unit. See, in every computing device, we can have a process. The first microprocessor was developed in 1970s for the calculators. By the end of 70s, the microprocessor had led to the development of the microcomputers or the personal computers. So nowadays, you are using the i7, i5 processors with your computers. That is the when you consider originally it was introduced in 1970. And magnetic resonance images, MRIs, this is in the medical field. The MRI is very, very important to diagnose the diseases as well as inside the bodies. From these MRI images, the doctors can see the MRI images to diagnose the diseases. So the DNA testing, human genome mapping also. Then emails. Nowadays, emails are very, very famous. Okay. Then next one is mobile phones. Mobile phones, you know that how fast it was developed. And PC and laptops, computers. That is the second important innovation in the last few decades. What would be the first one? What would be the first one? Decide it. Can someone answer? What would be the first one? First
Maybe
one? Huh?
internet.
Yes, internet, broadband, and World Wide Web. So, after introducing this internet, broadband, and World Wide Web, several business opportunities were created. Several business opportunities were created. Okay. So when you consider and best innovation in 2019, actually, when you consider this 2019 in best innovation, you can find uh, different innovation here. I'm not going to explain all those things. Just I show you. If you visit this site, you can get these things. Accessibilities here, hearing aids as well as vision made audibles, and also entertainment by sites, and also smart cane for the blinds. Here, different backseat gaming. This is virtual realities. Likewise, here you can see in different fields you can find consumer electronics and design also, education and entertainment. You can find here experimental and food and drink also. You can find different innovation, healthcare as and the homes, a robot that rolls steams here. This concludes actually people are innovating different things to ease their life. So here you can see hundreds of innovations you can find here. And if you go to this site, the 100 best innovation of 2019, this the 100 of best innovation in 2019 you can get, and also 2020 also you can find, and that this year also you can find some innovations. So why those people are innovating these new things? Because there is a gap. So in unmet need, the people may have some unmet need. To satisfy this unmet need, they are innovating the product and the services. When we carefully analyze these innovations and requirement or unmet or unseen need, is there. So unmet needs, when you get a group of people, they have some needs to be satisfied, and they want to the product or service to satisfy that need or want. So then to solve this one, ideas to solve it, and also then develop the commercially viable product or service. Because if there is an idea, but we can convert them to a commercially viable product or service, and then market that product or service to that customer segment. So how can we identify the market unmet or unseen requirement? We can easily understand using the market research. Using the market research, we can easily analyze the unsatisfied or unmet or unseen needs of the customer segments. So, to satisfy a solution for the requirements or unmet or unseen needs, we can introduce a new product or service, completely new product or service. And also, individual may have some ideas about new product or service, and collective research or collective ideas, so that as a group you can discuss and introduce an idea to satisfy idea that can be converted to the product or service, and modify the existing product. Or sometimes you can introduce the substitute of the existing product having more features to satisfy the customer's requirement. Okay, satisfy the customer's requirement. One of the best example is the mobile phone. When you analyze the mobile phone before the Android or iOS version comes, if you want to dial, if you want to call to someone else, you have to press the buttons of the mobile phone. But nowadays you are using the OS, Android OS or iOS with the mobile phone. And also earlier there was no any camera. Nowadays you can get the still images as well as you can get the videos of this mobile phone. So you can understand how it develops the existing product. So do the innovation and creation of the product or services. The creativity and innovation, actually, when you consider this, creativity is typically used to refer to the act of producing new ideas, approaches, or actions, while innovation is the process of both generating and applying such creative ideas to some specific content. So that the creativity and innovation, you have to get the idea. The creativity is typically used for refer to act of producing new ideas, approach, or actions. But innovation is the process of both generating and applying such creative ideas and develop the commercially viable product. And invention and innovation also has some differences you have to understand very clearly. 7 sources of innovations. When you consider, unexpected happens, unexpected success, the unexpected failures, unexpected outside events will help you to do some innovations. For an example, if you get this pandemic situation, the COVID-19, that also the unexpected incident happened in the world. So what are the product and services that develops the, when you consider the vaccines also, and also the medical field finds some solutions to fight with this virus. They develop the vaccines as well as the medicines Sometimes some companies develop some tablets or capsules and to fight with this virus. And when if you're an IT specialist, you will find some solutions to identify the patients, how to identify the patients using the technology, and how to monitor the quarantine patients, how to monitor the quarantine patients, and quarantine also the hospitalized and the self quarantines are there. So in I will explain what I did for this later in this lecture series. I developed the mobile application to identify, not to identify, actually monitor the COVID-19 patients, those who are self-quarantined and in the quarantine centers. My solution is the low-cost solution. We will use the mobile phone and also the GPS device of the mobile phone to get the mobility of the patients, and the patient in my IT solution, software solution, I introduced the predefined set of symptoms. When the system automatically send the message twice a day, morning and evening, to go through that list of predefined symptoms, and the patients must send if they have, for an example, the shortness of the breath and cough, fever, and altogether there are 10 symptoms. They have to mark yes or no, or if they have the fever, they have to mark the how many centigrades they have and send it to the backend system. The backend analyze with the threshold values. Then if the patient's symptoms goes beyond the threshold values, it will immediately inform to the PHI to get the prompt action to hospitalize this person or else give the medicine. So likewise, after the 14 days, the patient will automatically deactivated from the system and add to the quarantine list. Likewise, that is a complex system I developed. This is also unexpected happen. And next one is incongruity, that is between the reality and actually it is the reality as it is assumed to be or as it ought to be. Next one is innovation based on the process needs. The necessity is the mother of the innovation. Normally we call the necessity is the mother of the innovation. If a certain customer segment, the people, a group of people need a certain thing, and the entrepreneurs as well as the researchers are trying to innovate the product or services to satisfy that people. So the necessity is the mother of innovation, and it will come from the necessity. Next one is changes in the industry structure or market structure. Changes of the industry structure or the market structure, that is called everyone unawareness. This is also very, very important. With the lockdown period, you could see most of the online shopping, most of the supermarkets as well as some shops introduce the online shopping and delivered to the customer's doorstep. So that is changes in the industry structure, the market structure. Okay, and in for this one also I will share my another idea which I did. I introduced the universal shopping cart. The universal shopping cart means wherever you are. For an example, some of uh, our friends and the people are living in foreign countries, Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, or any other country, but their parents are here. During the lockdown period, if the parents are old, they cannot go to the supermarket or the shops to buy. So, I I prepared a shopping cart, and one is the shops can register doing giving their location as well as the product list that they are going to sell with the prices, and also the customers can register. Then customers, when they enter to the system and find the supermarkets nearby their parents' home, and they can directly order the items from that using that shopping cart from that shop, and the request is directed to that shop, and then payment can be done in their credit cards. Wherever they are, they can use the credit card to pay, and they can mention when at the time that the goods must deliver to their parents' home, and the sons or the daughters can give the call to the parents and tell in this time and this date and this time the goods will be delivered to the home, and please wait to get that one. So then after making the payment, the shop will arrange the good and deliver to the Sri Lankan houses that they mentioned. That is a universal shopping. That also one good idea, innovative idea in changing the situation of the country and the market structure. So next one is demographic. Actually, population changes and changes in the perceptions, mood, and the meanings. One of the good example is you can see when you go to the wherever you go, you can find some gyms as well as beauty salons. But when you analyze the last 20 or 15 years time, we couldn't find the gyms in 2-3 gyms in cities, as well as the beauty salons, only 1 or 2 beauty salons. But nowadays, wherever you go, you can find the gym and the beauty salon. That is changes in the perception, mood, and the mean. Next one is new knowledge, both scientific and non-scientific. Upgrading the knowledge, actually, the innovators and the researchers are developing new product and the services that will satisfy the people's unmet need. These are the 7. So where the ideas normally come from? Normally your university research. If you are a university student and you study when you study a certain field for a long time, and if you want to be the what we call the specialist, or the you have to practice 10,000 hours. If you, for an example, if you consider that if you want to be the professional cricketer, world class cricketer, you have to practice 10,000 hours. And if you want to be the programmer, or if you want to be the let's say programmer, you have to practice 10,000 hours, and during that 10,000 hours you have to grab the knowledge. 10,000 hours, when you calculate 5 hours a day and 6 days of a week, and you have to practice maximum of 4.5 to 5 years time. After 5 years time, you will become a specialist of that field. So in your university research also, your brain is trained to think the innovative ideas, and whatever you do, if you do the experiment or if you do the research, and you are going to train your mind to think the innovative ideas. Next one is your experience and the background. If you work in your company, you are working, the background knowledge, and if you are if you have a good competence or the knowledge of developing the software games, you can develop the new games and that can be commercialized, and things you like to do and you are good at. So if you this is also you prefer to do a certain thing. For an example, I last year I could find one student who wanted to do the agriculture in new way. He has experimented different ways, and also how to increase the what we call the harvest. So he introduced different ways, and finally he could run a good farm. And your current company, and by discussing the peers, that is your friends, and also the brainstorming. This is the brainstorming normally used by the multinational companies. If they want to develop a certain product or service, they get the researchers and the people from the different fields and train, and then have some training sessions focusing that new product or services. Then after that, the participants, that means the group of that people, must think towards that idea and develop the good product and services. Brainstorming sessions also I will explain and under the tools and the techniques, and business and referring the business and research journals and the internet especially, you can get some ideas. Recently I found I met one of actually he was not the student actually. He was doing a business about the cryptocurrency, and only 25 years old. So he analyzed the market and did analyze the financial market and did some transactions with the cryptocurrency, and he has become the multi-millionaire using that. So the business, research journals and the internet, he analyzed the internet actually. They analyzed the platform of that one. He has some IT knowledge, and he understands how to trade this one, and he start the broker company and use the business and earn the money. So that is how he used his knowledge.